Hi guys. So I am here at my ayahuasca retreat. This is a beautiful home with some beautiful people. Everyone that's at ceremony has just beautiful souls, and they're so helpful. And everyone, having these conversations about our experiences is almost as transformational as the actual experience itself. I gotta admit, I'm a little embarrassed about my experience last night. I know everything's meant to be, so I really shouldn't be, but I guess I'll just start by telling you. So last night was day one of ceremony. In a couple hours, we have our day two. And then we have closing in the morning. It's just the 2 nights. I figured it's easier to actually remember everything if I do it literally like the morning after, So last night, alright, so starts, everyone gets in line, everyone drinks their cup. I take mine. It's kind of hard to keep down, you can feel like the chunks in it, and they say to like swish around some like water in your mouth, to make sure you don't like puke up your cup, So I kept it down, and then it had been giving everyone rapé, but I heard that it's like way more intense than the chacruna, and I'm like familiar with the chacruna, so I'd asked for the chacruna instead. So I drank my cup, and then waited my turn, and I got my chacruna. The second he blows the chacruna up each nostril, first one, it's some pain up in there, it's right up your nose. It's whoa. Got it in both. I had to run back straight to my blanket and my bucket, and that chacruna, oh my goodness, that made me immediately start puking. I'd already had ayahuasca in me for about 25 minutes already, and could kind of started feeling it on, but damn, that chacruna just like, it takes you there right away, So I'm puking. I've got this almost like headache. I'm nauseous. My nose is burning. I'm crying. I'm puking, and then I feel like I get most of the puke out, and I have a little bit of nausea left, and I'm like, can I please like just be done puking for now? And she tells me, Mother Aya, it was like I had a conversation with her all night about what I wanted and everything, and she told me, all right, like you can be done puking now, like just lay down, and we'll handle the rest later. So I laid down, and the visuals started immediately. They were really intense. They're very similar to DMT, like a high mushroom dose. They're such profound visuals. You can't even describe it. It's nothing you've seen in this world before. Some of them, it was like silhouettes dancing and spinning, and hands and colors and clowns and colors, and it's so beautiful, but it's so intense, which is strange how those can coincide, but as for some reason, whenever visuals get really, really more intense like that, I like, you would think you would be more in awe of the beauty, but instead I get like more scared. And so the visuals are building up, and I could feel it. I have all this, I was like complaining, I have this, I have a headache, my eyes hurt, my nose hurts, my nausea, and I'm like laying down, like, and like the more the visuals were so beautiful, and the more I go deeper, then I could feel that like my left eye disappear, and all the pain that's attached to my left eye, all that tension, it just all disappears. And my right eye just disappears, and this is all just floating now. It's not heavy, full of tension anymore. And then it takes my head, and then I'm getting to the point where now this is the 3rd time now, either in ceremony or somewhere, where I've gotten to the point where the visuals are so intense that I know that the next thing that's gonna happen is I'm no longer gonna be in my body. I'm just gonna be somewhere else floating, and everything is gonna turn white, and I'm gonna be sitting down, and I'm gonna talk to someone. And I could feel this coming this is now the third time in different experiences. This is the third time I felt this coming. And for some reason, every time I get right into that point, I like freak out. I don't know why. I'm scared to talk to an entity when that's the most profound thing that I've maybe always wanted, and yet I'm scared of it. I don't know. So I'm at that point. I'm at the point where most of my body's gone. Like from waist up, I'm just floating. I can't feel myself, but at the same time, I can't feel the pain that I was talking about before. It's all free because I'm not in my body anymore there. And I started trying to like bargain with her. I started saying like, please, like, can you like not take me fully away, you know, like I don't want to be like fully gone. I want to be still aware of the room, you know. And she kind of like sighed and she was like, let go. And I could tell at that point, like, she knew I wasn't gonna let go fully, and she started treating me a little bit more like a baby, you know, not in like a bad way at all, not in like a demeaning way, but more just like, all right, you aren't ready for that, so you know, just lay down, sweetie. And like almost kind of disappointed, because not disappointed in me, but disappointed because she was excited to show me this profound thing and I wasn't ready for it. So instead she softly like said, okay, like, you know, lay down. And so I like opened my eyes, you know, like trying to like, I don't know, I guess I was scared, you know. And then all of the pain and everything that I had before came back, all of my headache and my you know, my nausea, all that stuff, and like my whole head hurts. It's just like hot, you know. And she told me, like, you realize all that stuff that you were scared of was helping you with all that pain, right? Like, that's what, you know, like, don't complain to me about all the pain because that was helping you, but that's what you're scared of. So, and I was like, all right, like, I'm sorry. So I tried to lay down at that point and dive back into, oh no, before I laid down, purged some more, puked a bunch more. And then I laid down. I was like, okay, like, I got more puke out, like, you know, like, I handled that. I was complaining earlier about the nausea, and she's like, oh, you can do that later, and now I'm doing it. And I'm like constantly complaining, and she's just like being very gentle with me, guiding me, you know. And so after I puke more, I lay down, and I'm like, okay, like, I'm really sorry about the first time, like, I'll dive into it now, you know, like, that pain I have, like, you're right, like, I shouldn't be so scared, and I should allow I should not allow fear to take over, and I should like allow you to help me even though I'm scared of it. So I like laid down and I was like really trying to like dive into that, and then next thing I know, I like popped my head up, and I guess I had fallen asleep. and I felt so guilty that not only did I not I like snapped myself out right before I was about to have the most profound experience ever. Not only did I do that, but then I fell asleep. Like, I felt so like I don't know, you know, I felt like so little, like such a little wuss, you know, like I just, you know, like all these other people, they're already on their like he's like they're like they let go, like I didn't, and some of them are taking their second cup now, and I'm just sitting here like I'm sleeping all cozy and fine, and I feel good now. I don't feel nauseous anymore. I feel like I got rid of some of the tension by like that little nap, you know, and like I kind of just want to like go to sleep, and it's like, but you didn't really even do anything. Like, what are you here for, you know? And at this point, Justin's little brother, since it's his first time, they always recommend for a second cup. So I kind of like told him like, yo, bro, he's calling for a second cup. I don't know if you hear or not. And then I felt really bad and he got up, and I felt really bad that like I'm telling him to go get a second cup, and I'm just sitting here like enjoying sleeping, you know. So I was like, you know what, like I can't be a wuss, you know. So I got up and went and got my second cup, and the texture, you know. I got back to the room, or my blanket or my bed, and I sat down and just, I couldn't help it. I accidentally puked a little bit, and I know I puked up either my cup or half the cup. I know I puked my second cup up. So at this point, I didn't know if I actually even had the medicine in me, if I'm gonna wait for something, or if nothing's gonna happen. I wasn't really sure. And I was like, well, like, at least I had the courage to do it. Like, came up, and I didn't mean to, you know, but like I'll just see what happens now. So I felt like I wanted to be a little more connected to nature in that moment, so I went outside. There's the fire, this beautiful backyard. I mean, this place is beautiful, and the stars roll out and everything. So at this point I was just like kind of like sitting on the chair staring at the fire, like really feeling not guilty, feeling like a little bitch, you know, like feeling like I'm like everyone else is having their huge experiences that they came here to do, and I just like got scared and chickened out, and then like threw up my cup, and now I'm just sitting here. And then I started thinking about it, and I was like, you know, like she started telling me like, you know, there's so many lessons to learn in life that like she was really excited to show me like the one big profound thing that would have been really helpful and really transformational, and I would have of course like had like been ecstatic afterwards after I'd gotten through it, and like it would have been like life-changing, and like of course that's the lesson, that's what she wanted to give me, but it's okay, I wasn't ready for that yet. And so while I was sitting outside, I learned that not only that, but like there's other little tiny lessons that I can learn now instead of that one. And I was just thinking of other little things just like that. For example, that like in life, even if, you know, I feel like life is always trying to make you learn the big lesson, but we're not always ready for it. But all the little tiny things that we learn, like me just sitting outside stretching my neck or doing breathing or whatever it was, like those are important too. They may not be profound, but it's little tiny stepping stones that is just gonna help me one day when I do get to those profound things. And so it's just a stepping stone, and that's okay. And I also still have another night, so that just means that I should not be chicken tonight, and I need to let go fully into the experience tonight and have no fear. You know, I drove 5 hours to get here, paid money, like I can't be chicken, you know. And so then I like sat on the grass for a little bit. I was trying to stretch. There were people around me having very, very profound experiences. They were yelling and things like that, which is totally fine. That's their process. But someone was doing this deep humming, and it made me think maybe I can do something with my voice. You know, like a lot of people make sounds and stuff, and if you don't let your ego control what you want to say, if you just like speak sound and let it just come out without like worrying what people think of you, then I've heard it's really healing, you know. So this other person was doing this deep humming, and I was like, I don't want to like do my version of humming and like mess up theirs. And then I was like, you know what, like I almost wanted to like go in like the corner of the yard and go by myself and like do my own little like humming. And I'm like, why don't, instead of like making two separate sounds, why don't I try to like harmonize with that humming and like make it even bigger, you know. So I started doing that, and I started really like trying to flow with my voice. I was making a lot of unison, like I was singing this very like tribal like sounds, like and that was going for a while, and that was really beautiful. And my I could feel my chi wanted to flow to the music, and it was like getting stronger like in my hands, and I was able to like push out with more passionate sounds, you know. And so I was doing that for a little while, and I was really fighting my ego the whole time, because my ego wanted to control what I was saying, but I also naturally wanted to just discover what you know, what can be done with that. And then after that, I went and hugged the tree for a little while, wanted to feel some tree energy. And that was mostly it of my first night. I went back inside, and after a little while fell back asleep. Taita was still walking around doing the music and the fanning, and he had a big drum last night. It was very beautiful. And one of the main things that I learned is that just like, it's, first of all, I had one chance to let go last night. That was my one chance, and I didn't take it, and that's okay, because there's a lot of other little things, and everything happens for a reason. And everything, you know, they say healing is not linear, that like it's not always like growing, that, you know, that you that it's circular and it always will come back around, and that like I didn't have to like do all that last night, and instead maybe the reason that had to happen is so I can be more confident tonight and fully letting go and knowing that tonight is going to be everything that I want it to be if I just really trust the experience and I really fully let go and allow my pain to be taken by diving fully into even what I'm fearful of. So that was just my first night. I know second night is always like 1,000 times more intense than the first night. So yeah, thanks for listening, and I'll keep you updated with what happens tonight in a few hours. I'm terrified. Alright, see you in the morning, guys.